Hi, favored ones. Welcome to Soul Reflections. Parang it's been kailan lang nung nag-last Soul Reflections ako. I guess it's because the schedule or my schedule has been really been hectic and there's a lot of things that I'm doing. So, minsan nagugulat ako na tapos na pala yung araw or I confuse days. But then it's all good because as I've said last week, everything in our to-do list or all our activities, those are actually gifts or opportunities from God because He still continues to trust us and it's all part of our growth. This week, I'd like to talk about easing into the path of self-mastery. I know that self-mastery for some people could be such a big term, such a profound and ambiguous term. But then, when we look at it in simple terms, self-mastery is really getting control of ourselves. Diba? If we want to change, nauuna lagi yung change sa atin mismo. So, it's an internal thing. And it just reminded me, because everything is, there's this synchronicity in everything that's happening right now. When I decided to launch Circle of Love, I still wasn't really sure about the topics inside, but then when I sat down and wrote down the sessions, it was like, okay, it's a journey of towards self-mastery talaga. And it's actually a reflection of my own journey. But then that journey started 12 years ago, 13 years ago, if I remember correctly. Yeah, parang 2012 pa yun eh. So mga ilan years, several, almost more than a decade ago when my spiritual journey started. And parang it's only right now that I'm really embracing that mastery part. I'm not saying that I got it perfect in all aspects. It's not. But then there's always this desire to improve, to be better, and to live life the way God wanted me to live life. And it's an exciting journey. And, being around so many people and seeing how some of my acquaintances or friends are struggling to practice self-love, self-awareness, forgiveness, and all those things, I decided to launch Circle of Love, which is actually reflective of my own personal journey towards self-mastery. And as I've said, it's only now that I'm really embracing it, na talagang papunta na doon. For this more spiritual people, syempre, di ba, pag naiisip nila master or mastery, they would think of spiritual teachers. I am not claiming to be one. Ang hambog ko naman kung ganun, di ba? But it's something that I'd wish to pursue. I don't like to use the word pursue, but it's something I'd wish to be. Okay, even if there are times when parang feeling ko wala pa doon, okay, pero nandun na. Alam niyo yung ganun na state na parang nandun na pero hindi pa. Nandun ako ngayon. And it's only with so much determination and kindness that I'm staying on the path with so much ease. It's only this week that I realized that, despite all the hectic schedule, all the things that I have to do, parang ang daming laman ng utak. But then, there's a certain easiness to the way things are going on right now. And I could really feel the divine or the universe or even God helping me out in so many ways, known and unknown to me. So, nakakagulat siya na things are so supporting and there's a lot of synchronicity happening. So, yun lang nga, syempre, di ba, even when God or the divine is helping us out, as much as they want to help us, we also have to take action. It's also, a lot of it also boils down to us, how ready we are to take the step to level up. And that's my learning this week, that hindi pala ganun kahirap yung, well, parang, yes, when I look at it, it's kind of overwhelming, it's so big, yung path towards self-mastery. But then, when I see all the miracles or all the help that I'm getting, it's not so hard as what I believe or what I perceived it to be. It is actually manageable, and there's so much ease in it. Minsan nga, parang naisip ko, madali lang pala. Ba't ko ba siya masyadong, parang bakit ba feeling ko sobrang hirap? Pero, madali lang pala. As long as I decide to face it and let go of whatever it is that's hindering me from facing it. Whether it's fear, whether it's frustration, or impatience, or laziness. Alam mo yun, parang nawawala siya as I face each situation that enters or that is placed on my plate. All I need to do is really face it and start doing things. And sa simula lang siya na parang may konting struggle, pero once I've started the first step, it's like tuloy-tuloy na. And this week I also ask in my prayers, sana meron akong mga huge blocks of time where I can study or at least focus on one task. Kasi syempre I have 3 subjects right now in PhD, and I'm also teaching sa undergrad. So kung sobrang daming meetings and then I only have parang pockets of time to study, parang nasisira yung momentum. And lo and behold, when I was doing my calendar for the week, I realized na, ang dami kong mga 3 hour time blocks, which I could, fill up with studying. So it's amazing how it is actually being done, or it is given as I ask for it. Yun lang nga, syempre, I also have to apply the strictness, kasi pag meron nga akong 3-hour time block and I set the intention to study during that time, I really have to study. I have to be strict with myself. But, syempre, mabilis rin ako ma-distract eh. So, pag nadi-distract, I also have to be kind to myself rather than go back to feeling really negative because I wasn't able to follow strictly. So, it's a combination or integration of being strict and being kind to myself. So, that's actually what I'm learning right now. And it's getting easier and easier as time passes by, and I could feel that there's so much improvement in terms of managing or handling the tasks that I have, all the activities that I have, including leading myself, which boils down to personal leadership and easing into the path of self-mastery. Kasi when we think of self-mastery, parang iniisip na nga, di ba, na masyado siya malaki. But then, in reality, it's really personal leadership. How well do you lead yourself? How well do you control your own thoughts, your own emotions, your own behavior, instead of going back into the unconscious patterns that we have been so used to for such a long time. So this is where personal leadership and self-mastery comes. It is when we are really aware of our unconscious patterns and making a choice to do things differently that would help us achieve the results that we want, or the desires or the goals that we want. I just find it so amazing that kung kailan mag-40 na ako, saka ko lang siya nakuha. And hindi ko pa siya na-perfect, but then it seems like a whole new world or a whole new way of seeing things is being opened right now, right before me. And I can't help but still feel amazed and grateful for it, that even when I'm now hitting 4-0, life is still amazing. It's like I'm still beginning all again. Parang totoo yung sinasabi sa Lasal, learning is really lifelong. And when you learn something really new and profound that could have so much impact on your life, it seems like you are starting all over again. But hindi siya yung starting all over na parang down na down ka and you have to gapang. It's not. It's like a restart of some sort na in a positive way, leveling up of some sort, ganon. I don't know if you're getting me, but here I am rambling about it. But I'm so really happy that there are people who have signed up to Circle of Love, and it's really again a reflection of my own personal journey, how all the things that I've learned in life, sa mga retreats, sa mga recollections, sa mga certificate programs that I've taken, how it has helped me in terms of mastering myself or leading myself. And it is actually what I want to impart, or I wish to impart to those who registered na. Kasi I only opened 6 slots. Medyo mahirap kasi kung medyo marami na, especially when there's a lot of processing a lot of processing that needs to be that needs to happen. The smaller the group, the better it's going to be. So I really can't wait to start it. This coming Wednesday na yon. So another project to add to the activities that I have currently, and I can't believe na excited pa rin ako kahit na sobrang dami ko na ginagawa. But then, life is really good, and I suppose it's really a matter of attitude and perspective that needs to be shifted for us to really see the good in life. And it's also something that I'd wish for everyone who is part of this community, and even for the people who are not part of this community, who are around me. It is also my wish that somehow I could also what do you call this? Share my light to them. That's a term, yes. To share my light to them. And, help them in even small matters. Okay, so, yun, actually tama na ata. Parang tagal ko na nagsasalit. But, thank you so much for listening. I am not sure who's actually there. Parang I saw Jess, Donna, and Marisa. So if you're still here, well, thank you for listening and listening to me ramble. Okay, I also want to invite, sige, separate live na lang yun. Biglang may pumasok lang na idea this morning during my prayers and meditation, and it seems like I need to post another invite inside the group. I-schedule ko na lang. But anyway, thank you so much for listening, and I wish you all well. Happy Sunday. God bless.